We starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Girls Love Scootablast. It's your host, Scootablast. I'm here, and I just lost some light, but it's all good. It's all good. But anyway, I bet y'all wonder, like, Pretty Girls Love Scootablast. I don't see no pretty girl today. You're right, because I revamped everything. As y'all can see, the background is a little bit different. Shout out to my girl Alex who hooked your boy up. You know what I'm saying? That's love right there. That's love right there. Anyway, we gonna jump right into it. But first, a word from our sponsors. If you need some photos, want to capture that special event with your family, hit up Scootablast Media. Cause he gonna get you right. Cha-ching. Anyway. But yeah, y'all know I take photos on the side. So yeah, anything that you need, hit your boy up. You know what I'm saying? You know how I feel. Yeah, I know. But you know, it's always a little bit different when you're doing little episodes by yourself and everything. Cause you gotta sit here and talk. You ain't getting no feedback. You don't know nothing. But I came up with Anyway, some questions that I put out. I just asked people to ask me some questions about any and everything. Some of the very first one I got. What's the first thing I noticed about a woman? Probably her teeth. And y'all don't think that I'm a freak when I say this, but I be looking at her toes, especially. I'm just unless you like a hardcore athlete or something. Even then, like, why your toes ugly, fool? Why you got ugly toes? And I'm on live too, so if y'all see me glancing over and I'm talking to the chat, I'm talking to the live too. But the first one thing I noticed about a woman, like in her face and her smile, and then I be looking at them toes. Because if they busted and disgusted, we ain't got no discussion. That's just me though. I feel like drop it in the comments, fellas, if you feel the same way. Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. An underrated green flag. What's an underrated green flag? Somebody said. That's a great question. I don't. Let's table that. Let me come back. An immediate red flag when she smokes cigarettes. Now, there's a caveat to that. If it's just like she did like a little drunk cig every now and then, I guess that's okay. But she just out here puffing Marlboro Red. She better be able to do a blue collar job. She better be able to do a blue collar job. She better be able to change my oil. She better be able to fix my alternator. She better be able to pull that transmission. She better be able to be. She better be an electrician, a mechanic, in work in the oil field, somewhere where she get her hands dirty. Because what are you smoking cigarettes for, my girl? I just saw somebody talk about that with like beer before, but honestly, beer ain't. I don't think beer is that bad. Like I don't think beer is that bad unless she's knocking back keystones or something. Especially if you grown. Now if you was trying to be 18 and drinking at a party when you're underage where you can't go buy your own beer, then do better. What's something women think men care about that we really don't? Honestly, body counts. That's always the thing. I feel like that's always a topic of discussion. But to be quite honest, we don't care about that for real. We don't. The only time that might matter is if you was trying to mess with a bunch of people that within my circle. Now that's insane. Especially if you want me to cuff you. Like, that's absolutely not. That is a no-go. That is definitely a no-go. What else? What else? What's something that instantly makes someone attractive if you can cook? Uh, If you can cook real good, that's instant. Yeah, you can whip it up in the kitchen because it's true. It's alright. What your old grannies and stuff be telling y'all and your aunties. That's why you got that one auntie with the little flap right there on her arms because she can make a good pot of beans. That's why. Hey, you kept me staring at your auntie when she whipping it up in the kitchen. That's why. Look, instant, instant attractiveness. What's a dating rule that I think is completely stupid? I'm not. I don't be like high nothing, but I don't agree with like want to go through people's phones and stuff like that. Cause for what? If we don't got trust, we don't got nothing. I mean, I ain't got nothing to hide. If you want my passcode, then I guess it's fine. Like I ain't for to be. If I'm with you, I'm with you. Like I ain't trying to hide. And if we land beside my bed, a notification pop up on my phone. I ain't turning to the side like this and nothing like that. You know what you know what I'm saying? Cause that's insane. That's crazy. That's real crazy. See, what makes somebody a 10 out of 10 besides looks? Okay, this is in my regular episodes. Y'all know I do. This is called Zach's. For my female, I'm sorry. It's female. That's politically incorrect. For my woman's, Zach's, build a man, build a nigga. So I'm going to build my woman right now. That would be a perfect 10 out of 10. And they said besides looks, but looks is a part of it. She gotta be like me personally. I would want my woman to have a pretty face. Like I'm not a. If a girl got a little weight to her, she a little bigger. That ain't no problem for me. That ain't no problem as long as she got a pretty face. Really, what make a 10 out of 10 is if she's nice. Like I hate women with stank attitudes who snarl up their nose at everybody. I don't like women who are just mean. Like I get it to a certain extent, but I don't get it because it don't take nothing to be kind and nice to people. Like it don't it ain't nothing to be nice. It ain't nothing to be nice to people and to be kind. And see, like I said, if she knows how to cook, know how to cook good. Cause some of y'all just be in the kitchen just doing God knows what, and I look get gone. If she's good with kids and animals, because kids and animals just attest because you can actually tell how is a person good or bad, because kids are brutally honest and they will let you know when you're a terrible person. And animals, they don't really mess with you if you're a terrible person, for real. They don't. Like I like somebody that's just got an all around good spirit, like a good aura, because I like good vibes. I need positive energy around me. Like, but y'all don't want me to, they didn't want me, they didn't ask, they said I couldn't do like physical, so I ain't gonna I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing physical, cause I ain't asked for that. You know, ain't nobody asked for that. Do I agree or disagree with these statements? Says if somebody takes hours to text you back, matching their energy is childish. Yes, very childish. Because if I want to talk to you, then I might text you 2 or 3 times in a row. Now, if you just not texting me back, then you should probably get the hint that that person probably don't want to talk to you. If it's like a consistent thing, like we adults, people get busy, people got lives, people got kids, people got jobs. Sometimes you just gotta be by yourself. And if you take it to the heart that somebody not texting you back, you probably need to grow up. Go back to high school. Your boyfriend at the track meet, he ain't texting you back because he over there with where we in Nacogdoches. He over there with the Lufkin girls. He over there with the Lufkin girls talking to them. You need to go back to high school. Because if you matching their energy just because they take a little longer to come back, then what are we doing here? What are we doing? Like that's actually insane. So insane. Welcome in, y'all. Malik, what's up? Oh, I ain't supposed to be talking to the chat right now. They just over there. Anyway, Jealousy isn't always toxic. It's not. I feel like if you have not at least get a tad bit jealous of your partner and like their like interactions with at least the opposite sex, like I don't feel like you care for real. Now you ain't got to get to the point to where you always lashing out, trying to fight. You ain't got to do that, but and also sometimes I don't know if I feel like there might be a slight difference between men and women when it comes to that aspect. Like, and with men, I don't think it's more like jealousy. It's like territorialness because we lions in the jungle. We don't want nobody. We the protectors of the pride of our pack. You know what I'm saying? We ain't. I'm Mufasa over here. Scar to keep his being hit. Dang, Scar did kill Mufasa. But y'all get y'all get what I'm saying for real. No, like jealousy ain't always toxic unless you take it too far. Like some people take it too far. Like if you got my low and you just scared and pulling up on me or something all crazy. Now that's insane. But you know what I'm saying? If you just talk to me, be like, babe, I kill you. Like, babe, I kill you and her. I be like, you gonna kill me too, babe? You love me for real? That might be toxic right there. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think though. If y'all think that jealousy is always toxic. Ooh, that's a good one. You shouldn't be friends with your ex. That's I feel like if you was actually love somebody and you was like in love, I feel like that's I I really don't know how that's like possible unless y'all maybe have kids together. And even then, I wouldn't necessarily say that you're like friends, but you would still be cool and cordial. Actually, no, because I would never allow like my girlfriend to be friends with one of her ex. Because if you love them that much, you go be with them. And also, while we on the subject of exes, like I didn't saw it like before. Like if you got an ex or something, and let's just say they died. Let's say they died while we together. I'm gonna give you like a solid 24 hours to be sad. After that, you gotta wrap it up. Cause what are we doing? You go jump in the grave with them. Then, if you love them that much, if you so distraught about that, go be in the grave with them. And if it happened in the past, like one, you can let me know that. But sometimes, this is just me personally. Now, some men are stronger than me. Me personally, I just couldn't do it. Unless, like I said, unless y'all they were like married and y'all got kids or something together, then and even then, be sad for your kids. Don't be sad because you're grieving their relationship, because that's actually like insane. Especially if you come mess with me. But who am I? I'm just me. I ain't never really been in that situation. I hope I'm never in that situation. But I'm just saying, fool. I'm just saying, man. Physical attractions matter more than people want to admit. I think physical attraction is like I hate when people be like, I don't care like what you look like. That's a lie. Because 9 times out of 10, if we are actively pursuing somebody, we don't go have a conversation with them first before we feel like we want to date them, like them, screw them, freak them, or whatever. Physical attraction is the initial thing. Like, oh, I think you cute, you think I'm handsome. What's up? Then we talk and get to know each other and figure out if we actually like each other or not. I ain't just for to be like, hey, Sarah Lee. Maybe I don't know her name, but in this situation, her name gonna be Sarah Lee. What's up, girl? We sitting here talking like you actually really cool, and but people don't do that, especially these days, because people don't even like human interaction no more. So they ain't for to just be out here just talking like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't for to be. They ain't just out here just talking and to random people, especially like I said, if you don't, people who say that, I don't buy it. Like looks don't matter to me. Okay, go. Let me set you up with somebody then. Let me set you up with somebody who I know who is the complete opposite of your. You know what? Beauty is skin deep. I ain't gonna even go that far. I ain't gonna even say that. I'm not gonna even say that at all. Let's see. What else? What else they say? Being single is better than being in the wrong relationship. 100% agree with that. Cause what are you, if a situation gets too toxic and too bad? What are you staying around for? I mean, I get it. I live by myself. I get hella lonely. But I wouldn't just go get in a relationship with some. Excuse me. I wouldn't just go get in a relationship with nobody just for the heck of it. Like I at least want this person around. But y'all know, just like Mary said in her song, me and Mr. Wrong get along so good, even though he treats my heart so bad. Anyway, but sometimes it do be like that. Sometimes I've always heard the term. Sometimes it's like right person, wrong time, and sometimes I agree with that because sometimes people don't heal from past situations. They can be hella good to you, but they just ain't right for you, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you got to leave people where they are and love them from a distance because you got to love yourself first anyway, and that could be another reason. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes you got to look in the mirror and be like, you're the problem, while pointing at yourself. I'm not saying you the problem, I'm saying me the problem. You get what I'm saying? You got to point at yourself. You got to look and you be like, you're the problem, I'm the problem. Maybe I need to fix myself. Maybe I need to love myself a little bit more. Maybe I need to do some more self-reflecting before I'm sitting here putting somebody else to the ring. Because quite, no matter what you think, sometimes it's us. It ain't always the other person. If it's always the other person, then it's more than likely it's you. Look back at your past relationships and ask and see why they happened. And if it wasn't your fault in none of the situations, then you were at 100% the problem. But hey, I'm just I'm just a messenger. Since I'm talking about this, I done been in a situation to where I was looking back on it, I probably could have done a bunch of things, a lot of things different. So I'll go back to, I'm gonna say my second adult relationship that I ever had. So me and this girl, this was when I was in college. Like me and this girl, we met. I think we met on like Tinder or something, and we added each other on Snap. We talked or whatever. We hung out. Honestly, I'm really crazy for this because I had really had like never met this girl in person. And one night she was like, "Somebody come watch a movie with me," and I was like, "Say less, I'll pull up." And she lived in a house, so she low key could have robbed me, for real. But I wasn't thinking about that. Rob me, kill me, or something. So I went over, and it was cool. We was hanging out, and nothing happened. We hung out. I went home, and we texted. So this was like, I think maybe like Labor Day weekend. I hit up to hang out. She was she went to go hang out with her friends, but she like, yeah, I'll hit you up like after. I never like heard from her or nothing. So I mean, I wasn't tripping. I was a little sad about it. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I was a little sad about it, but again, like, yeah, I can't force nobody to hang out with me. I can't force nobody to chill with me. I can't force nobody to do none of that. Cause if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. No, I'm just playing. But anyway, she finally hit me back up. She was like, and we talked. She was like, I ain't gonna lie, like I knew that I liked you because I actually felt bad about like ghosting you. I'm like, that's cool. So we talked and finally we started dating. Well, she, she had her issues, but back then, like I said, I was young. I know I was a terrible communicator. I was definitely 100% a gaslighter. Like I know I was. I ain't even lie to you. But I mean, I did love her, but also like that was one of them times where I would 100% argue because I'm gonna be right in a situation. Like I'm not like that now. Like I don't need to be right in every situation. I can admit when I'm wrong. But back then, I was hell when I was well, and that Zach was not the Zach y'all see today. I was a terrible person, a terrible man. But and there was a situation to where I 100% told her that I was like gonna be friends with my ex, knowing when we got to get when we got together, like I still kind of had feelings for my ex low key, and I even was like, my ex was like, she'd be willing to come meet you and sit down and talk to you to make sure to let you know that like ain't nothing wrong, like ain't no static, like we ain't know none of that crazy stuff, and she low key kind of went for it, but that situation never like happened. Like that's another story. Actually, I will just finish. So no, I'm not gonna talk about that right now. What happened in that situation? But anyway, yeah. But like in that relationship, like I'm not saying I was the most terrible person, but I wasn't the best boyfriend. Then, like I said, I was terrible at communicating. Like I 100% would just let my anger get the best of me or someone whenever we argue and had like fights and situations. But also, she was a little cuckoo cocoa puffs too. Cause one night, I'm tell you what, this was like kind of like right. All right, this is separate. I'm gonna get back to the situation. I'm gonna tell you the situation first. So one night, she was at her house. She was like studying, and I was studying too. She was at her house. I was at the library. So I said, all right, I'm gonna go home. I'm like, you can pull up after you're done, like with your work or whatever if you want to. This probably like almost like mid 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. So as I'm driving home, my homeboy hit me up. He like, hey, bruh, like I need you to come scoot me real quick, like if you don't mind. I'm like, I mean, I guess so. And he called me as I'm turning to my apartments. So I flip a U. I go, he over by the ag pond at SFA, and I drive over there. And next thing you know, I saw lights, some headlights. I kind of thought it was her car, but I couldn't see that good because it was nighttime. So I'm just sitting there like I'm driving, and I see these lights like following behind me. So I been one corner, I been the other corner, I been another corner, and then next thing you know, they start following me. Okay, so I'm like, oh, it's smooth, and it's real smooth, it's real smooth. So I go, I pull up in SFA parking lot. I go to my homeboy. He with some girl, and I get out my car. I guess it was her truck. He was with her. So he like laying down, like his head was in her lap. So I go and I walk into the window, and I'm talking to them, and next thing you know, I just hear, woo, like she comes speeding through the parking lot. She comes speeding through the parking lot. I'm like, brother, I know it's for to go down. I said, man, I told him, I said, man, I'm sorry for whatever about to happen. And she sped through there and pulled back up in the parking lot. She hopped out the car. She was like, now mind you, like I said, my homeboy was laying down. His head was in her lap, and she just kind of like sitting up. He was like, I know you ain't with no bitch. I know you ain't with no bitch. I'm like, bro, sit up. I'm like, dog. I said, bro, what are you talking about? I'm like, no. It's like, who the fuck is she? Who the fuck is she? And I'm like, I said, bro, you gotta sit up. He was like, hey, and she was like, I'm going home. She got back in her car and zoomed back off. I'm just like, brother. And it'd have been one thing if she would have like asked me what I was doing, but she didn't. And she saw my car pull out from where my apartment was, and she just followed me. I don't even know how she can see that good. But that was just one instance. The second instance, well, they were like, we probably like just broke up for real. And then she was going through a little something like with her family or whatever. And so she was like, hey, she said, I'm comfortable around you. Like, I'm going through something with my family. Like, can we just chill, have a little, like, movie night, whatever? I'm like, it's smooth, ain't no problem. So she pull up. We watching the movie, whatever. We had a little wine. And I don't know, I got wine drunk and I didn't pass out and went to sleep. Then next thing you know, smack, I got hit across my face with my phone. I'm waking up like the Mr. Krabs meme. I'm like, she was like, who the F is so-and-so girl? I'm not going to say her name. Brittany. Her name going to be Brittany for this story. Who the F is Brittany? I was like, Brittany, I don't know who. It's like, when would you play? You was planning to go hang out with Brittany. Y'all did this and that. I'm just like, my girl, like, we not together. So what do you mean? Like, she was going in. But the kicker was, she saw the match between me and my best friend. She never saw the match between me and Brittany. So that would have been a whole nother thing if you actually saw what me and Brittany was talking about. Because Brittany was on demon time. I ain't gonna even hold you. Brittany was. I ain't. Anyway. So next thing you know, she yelling. I'm like, hey, can you please like stop yelling? Like I live in an apartment. I got neighbors. Can you please stop yelling, please? And she, don't you tell me what to do. You like I hate you and all this stuff. And next thing you know, she grabbed that wine bottle and chunked it. I had to Mayweather that bottle and I literally, bro, I grabbed my dog and I ran out the door to my own apartment. I was afraid for my life. She always had a knife and a little tasers on her keychain, so I know she probably would have stabbed me or tased me if I would have stayed there. So I had the car, ran out of my apartment, called my home, and like, hey, brother, like, I'm put her run down the street, like, come get me. He like, what's wrong? I'm like, brother, I'm gonna tell you when you come pick me up. It's a lot, just come on. So I go, he come pick me up. We talking, I'm chopping it up with him. Finally, probably about after an hour, I get back. I get in my car, I drive it to the other side of the apartments, and I walk back to my apartment. So she'll think I'm just gone, so maybe she won't come back tonight. Lo and behold, probably like 15 minutes later after I got back, do. Open the motherfucking door. Open the motherfucking door. Because I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like, I think she still had my key because I don't think I ever got it from her. But I know I had the safety lock on too. And my dog, she grabbed her. I'm like, shh. Baby, it's okay. Shh, just be quiet. Maybe she'll go away. She probably sat there. I'm like, murder. The police for to come over here and I'm going to go to jail. Because the police come at that time of night, somebody going to jail. And it's probably going to be me. They going to ask my neighbors. They going to say we were yelling. They probably going to think I done hit this woman or something. And I didn't. I just wanted to go home. And then after that, I think I heard from them like one more time. And then that was all she wrote. Not gonna lie, I was afraid. I was scared. I hope and pray to the good Lord I never have to go through something like that. I hope any woman in my life is stable, is mentally stable, who ain't doing no crazy stuff like that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, back then they used to talk about stuff, but you do something to me now, you hit me, you going to jail. You have to think about what you did. When the police come, I ain't gonna be like, officer, let her go. I love her. No, you gotta go sit in the county, baby. 24 hours. I'll come bail you out after that, drop the charges, but you gonna have to go think about what you did. You put your hands on me right now. I'm letting you know that right now. So don't even try it. don't even try it. Don't even try it at all. Let's see. It says, these are like scenarios about if I would date her or not. It says she's a 10 out of 10. She's funny, loyal, successful, everything you want. But she has 4 kids. Would I date her? Yeah. Why not? If she's successful, she got her stuff together. So that means she taking care of her kids and she got grocery money. She got snacks because them kids, women with them kids be having all the good snacks. And yes, I'm gonna eat them string cheese for their school lunch. I'm gonna drink them Capri Suns and I'm gonna eat them mini bags of chips. So yes, she's a 10 out of 10, funny, loyal, successful, everything you want. But she has 4 kids. Yes, I'm a dater. Says she's a 7 out of 10, but treats you like a king and never starts drama. Take the 7, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I don't know if y'all know, but a 7 out of 10 is 70%, and 70% is passing. So a C gets degrees, baby. So yes, I'm dating her. She's your absolute dream girl, but she's best friends with your ex. Absolutely. The toxic person in me wants to say yes, but the good person in me wants to say no, because I just feel like that's like a slippery slope right there, man. Because I don't need to be in proximity of my ex. I just don't. She's gorgeous, but terrible at communicating. No. Because I need her to. Beauty sometimes is really on the skin deep, man. Like sometimes I feel like women think because they got a pretty face that they can just get away with everything. You can. Because if you mind and you pretty and you look at me in my eyes or something, I'm probably gonna fold. I'm gonna melt. All that anger inside of me, it's probably gonna go out the window. Especially if you got some pretty eyes. I love some pretty eyes. Like I'm locked. I'm fully locked in. Yes, babe. Tell whatever you say, babe. She's perfect, but she's insanely jealous. Because of who I am, I'm gonna have to say no because I do have a lot of friends that are women that are strictly platonic, but I know she's not gonna be going for that. She always gonna be thinking that I'm messing around with them, and I just don't want that headache all the time. I don't want that headache. She's gorgeous, funny, and loyal, but doesn't like your friends. That one honestly kind of depends. Because why don't you like my friends? Is it because you're jealous because you see how close we are, or you like them because you see a flaw in them that I don't? That's something that I would have to like dive deeper into. But I'm gonna table that conversation. I'm gonna talk about it next time I have a guest on here. Also, if you want to be a guest on the show, please let me know because I'm repping it back up. And when I say guest on this show, Pretty Girls Love Scootablast, I'm talking about a pretty girl. So if you want to come have a conversation and shoot the shit, like let me know. Like come talk to me. I would love to talk to you. And fellas, if you see this clip, like this pod ain't for you. Now I can get Scooter Blast the podcast just going back up if you want to come talk, but make sure you have something to say. Make sure you're interested before you hit me up. Want to come just talk? Cause don't just pull up just cause you feel like you just want to be on camera. Like at least be an interesting person. But anyhow, we gonna table that. She's everything you want, but lives 3 hours away. Yeah, I got a car. I got a car. Like I ain't, we can figure it out. You come see me, I come see you, and maybe someday we come together. That ain't nothing. But anyway, love or money? I take love. Looks or personality? Again, like I said earlier, looks gonna give me personality. Gonna take me texting or calling. Honestly, it depends on the mood. If I actually like you, then I want you to call me. Like I want us to FaceTime. I want to see face to face. You know what I'm saying? First date, dinner or drinks. We can get dinner and drinks. Also, first dates. I feel like dinner is cool for like a first date, but also I feel like we should. That shouldn't be the only thing for the first date. It's just dinner. Like I want to do like dinner, maybe like a small activity. Like after we eat, we can go like to the bar and like shoot like some pool or something. Cause I want to, sometimes when you on a dinner first date, like that feels like an interview, dog. Like that, and like you only get like so much to like to talk about. Like it's like what are we doing? Like it's like what are we doing now? Especially when it gets started awkward. A relationship or single life. At this point, like I love a relationship. Like I love love. I love to be in love. I love waking up in the morning to my girl. Like I just morning breath and all. Like I love it. Like please be around me. Especially like I love when my lady in the kitchen when she cooking me a meal. That's the most. If you want me to spin that shit, all my scamming. If you want that go yard bag, baby, cook me a meal. Was one thing you wish somebody told you about dating? Honestly, one thing I wish that somebody would have told me, or I had like a mentor or something who could have just talked to me about was like communicating, and also that you have to be able to adapt because yes, communication is one thing, but also you have to be able to adapt to changes in a person because the person you met 5 years ago might not be the person you meet today. Like people go through changes, people go through different career paths, and sometimes you gotta adapt to who they are. Cause like let's just say I'm making bread and my lady she a housewife, like she just stay at the home, she take care of home. Well, in 10 years she might want to start a business. She might want to be her own boss. She might not want to be just a homemaker no more. And I gotta be the man and be like, babe, chase your dreams, like do what you need to do. And instead of like falling out, be like, no, you need to stay at home and do this, do that, and put her in the box. I need to be able to support that and vice versa. Cause it's like, what if it's me? What if I'm making $300,000 a year with my 9 to 5 job or whatever I'm doing, and then one day I want to start my own business, and we might have to scale back her. She might have to scale back her lifestyle a little bit until we can build back up to that. Like she got to be, you know what I'm saying, locked in with me for real. But I mean, I guess in those situations, you got to really evaluate like what you doing, who you with, and what y'all got going on. But that's really like one thing. One thing I wish that I know, and it's like especially like the communication part. Like you have to have effective communication. You have to be an active listener. Like you have to be like for real locked in. Like, and I ain't gonna even lie. Some of them answers I gave some BS in. So if you believed everything that I said tonight and you agree with me, you're dumb. Have your own opinion. Think for yourself. You stupid. No, I'm just playing. But leave leave some comments, man. What kind of questions y'all want asked on here and everything. Like, cause to me to keep going, I can come up with this stuff on my own, but I need y'all feedback for real. I need y'all feedback, man. Talk to me. I talk to you. Talk to me. I give y'all more content. You know what I'm saying? But that's my time for the day. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long because, like I said, we revamping everything. I had to get a new setup. I got new chairs, new tables. I got new decorations for and everything. So it's been another episode of Pretty Girls Love Scootablast. I'm your host, Scootablast. And typically I be blacks who they love, but come on. Come on. Y'all know who they love. Peace. Y'all hold it down.